Today, something is about to happen in your life that will leave your entire world unchanged. This isn't just a new day. It's a page in your story that was closed until now and is slowly opening. The pain that has been buried deep within your heart for so long, the one that kept you awake at night for no reason, the one that was breaking you from within, hidden behind your smile, is now nearing its end. God is sending you a signal that you no longer need to remain confined within the walls of old sorrows. Everything in your life is about to become new. Your thinking will be new. Your destiny will be new. Your paths will be new. And most importantly, your heart will be filled with new light. You have endured so much. So many people you considered your own have abandoned you. You have dreamt so many dreams that remained unfulfilled. You have shed so many tears that you probably can't even remember. Many times you have looked up at the sky in the dark of night and asked yourself just one question: why is this happening to me? But today, God is answering you because your story wasn't over. You were destined to reach a place where your pain would be repaid with your happiness. Soon, your life would undergo the transformation you had envisioned, but you had gradually given up hope of seeing it come true. A news call might send you a message that would make your heart race. A door that had been closed for months might open. A joy might enter your life, bringing tears to your eyes. And in that moment, you would become completely calm and simply say, "Is this really happening to me?" Everything that had been weakening your soul would slowly disappear from your life. The sorrows, the fears, the despair, and even the emptiness that had taken root within you would vanish, because now your life isn't just undergoing change. A new beginning is being born. Your destiny is about to take a turn. Those who considered you weak will be silenced by your success. Those who laughed at your dreams will be amazed by your flight. You haven't received this message without reason. The strange fluttering in your heart as you read this isn't just a feeling. It's a portent of what's to come. God is whispering in your ear, "Get ready, because everything in your life is about to be new. Your mornings will be new. Your smiles will be new. Your relationships will be new, and the path to fulfilling your dreams will be new." And when that day comes, when you look back on your past pain, you'll have tears in your eyes, but this time, not of pain but of joy, because then you'll understand that the moments that broke you weren't meant to destroy you, but to make you stronger. Today, God is making an announcement for you. Your time has begun. You must prepare your heart for what's about to happen. Because sometimes change doesn't come with a bang. It comes quietly. First, it changes your thinking, then your path, and then it transforms your entire world. You'll suddenly realize that the things you used to cry about now seem trivial to you. The people you loved, the ones you abandoned your happiness for, will no longer be able to break you from within. Because a new strength is about to be born within you. For a long time, your life has been filled with the same nights, the same waiting, the same restlessness, the same unanswered questions. You smiled on the outside, but deep inside, you were fighting with yourself. There were times when you felt like nothing good would ever happen. Perhaps waiting was destined for you. But today, God is looking at you and saying that your wait was not in vain. Every tear has been counted, every pain has been felt, and every shattered dream was waiting for its right time. Very soon, you will find happiness greater than you imagined. Suddenly, such light will flood your life that even the memories of the old darkness will fade. An opportunity may present itself that will change the course of your life. Someone may come into your life who will teach you to heal your broken heart and live again. Some news will reach your ears that will make your heart tremble with joy, and at that moment your eyes will automatically fill with tears. You felt like everything was over, but the truth is, the most beautiful chapter of your life had not even begun. God is taking you to a place where your pain will be replaced by comfort, where your anxiety will be replaced by peace, and where your fear will be replaced by faith. The path you stand on now holds more than just darkness. Just a little distance away, a dawn awaits you that will fill your entire life with light. And when that time comes, you will look up at the sky, smile softly, and say, "I wasn't giving up. I was just waiting for my miracle. Then, slowly, you'll begin to feel something shift. Without a loud noise, without any warning, a new energy will begin to spread throughout your life. Type 555 to affirm. Could the CIA really be hiding a 7-second ritual that turns money struggles into success? A confidential CIA finding exposes a unique 7-second practice that activates money, attracting brainwaves automatically. Backed by science and 4 elite labs, this simple home ritual is helping struggling people move into dream lifestyles. But this page may not stay live. Click the link in the description and comments before it is wiped from the internet. The same paths that used to tire you will now seem to lead you closer to your destination. The same mornings that once felt like a burden will now feel like hope, and the same heart that has been burdened with pain and waiting for so long will begin to feel lighter because God is taking you to a place where you can not only live, but smile freely. Whatever was broken in your life wasn't broken to last forever. Some things shatter so that something more beautiful can be made from them. Your nights were so long because your mornings weren't going to be ordinary. Your tears were so deep because your joys would return just as deep. Every time you picked yourself up, every time you tried to rise even after being broken, God silently observed your strength. The time is not far off when things will suddenly begin to happen in your life that you would once consider coincidence. But later you'll realize it was all predestined. A dead door will suddenly open. A dream you've kept hidden in your heart will suddenly appear before you as reality. There will come a moment when your heart will beat so fast that you'll find it hard to believe it. And that day, you'll remember your old days. You'll remember those nights when you silently cried. You'll remember those moments when you thought nothing good would ever happen. Then you'll smile because you'll understand that God never forgot you. It was just waiting for the right moment, and now that moment has arrived. Now, not just the days in your life will change. Your entire story is about to change. But the story doesn't end here, because the deepest turning point of your life is yet to come. Everything you've seen so far was only the beginning. The real change will begin when you wake up one morning and realize something has changed within you. That same heart that used to break at every little thing will now be stronger than before. Those same eyes that used to moisten every night will become moist. Now, a strange confidence will appear within them, and you yourself won't understand where this newfound strength suddenly came from. Sometimes God doesn't empty you to leave you alone. It empties you so that something greater can fill your life. Looking at the people who left, the relationships that broke, the opportunities that passed you by, you asked yourself, what did I do wrong? But time will give you an answer that will calm your heart, because not everything lost was meant for you, and what is meant for you will come looking for you. Very soon, a time will come when the smile on your face won't be just for show. It will come from the heart. You will feel happy for no reason. Suddenly, you will feel that life isn't as heavy as before. The burden of pain that once weighed on your shoulders will slowly begin to lift, and you will realize that the first ray of happiness you were searching for in the outside world has already been born within you. The pace of time may seem normal to you right now, but something far greater than you can imagine is being prepared for you. Sometimes the most beautiful things in life come when one almost gives up hope. When the heart grows weary, when the eyes grow quiet from waiting, when one begins to tell oneself that perhaps nothing will change. At that very juncture, fate opens the door to its greatest secret, and now your life too stands very close to that turning point. You remember those nights when you never shared your pain with anyone, when you confined your tears to your pillow, when you smiled at the world but slowly crumbled inside. God listened to those silences. It heard the words you never spoke to anyone. It felt the cry of your heart, hidden only in your breath. And perhaps that is why a time is being written for you now that will bring answers to your past suffering. Very soon, you will witness events in your life that will astonish you. You'll feel as if things are suddenly falling into place. Roads that once held obstacles will reveal opportunities. Where there was only fear, there will be faith. And where there was only emptiness, there will be soft whispers of joy. Your heart will begin to dream again. You'll begin to trust the things you once distanced yourself from. And one day, you'll stand in front of the mirror, look at yourself, and realize you've changed. It's not just your circumstances, but yourself. You'll have the same eyes, the same smile, but a new person will have been born inside. A person who isn't afraid of pain, who isn't afraid of breaking down because they know that after every storm, a new dawn awaits them. That day, your heart will be at peace because you'll understand that your story was never meant to stop. It was only paving the way to its most beautiful chapter, and then that moment will arrive, the one your soul has long felt. You'll suddenly feel as if life has changed its course. It's as if a bright light has suddenly burst in after standing in front of a closed window for a long time. Could a hidden CIA discovery explain why so many people are suddenly living in luxury? Secret CIA research has surfaced, revealing a brain technique that pulls in wealth almost like magic. It takes just 7 seconds, can be done at home, and is supported by 4 neuroscience labs. People are leaving debt behind and enjoying luxury right now. But this information might be removed soon. Click the link in the description and comments before it disappears. You will feel that light not just with your eyes but with your heart, because some changes begin within, not outside. When the inner world changes, your entire life begins to change. There will be people in your life who will make you realize that not everyone comes to hurt. Some people come as a balm. Some teach you to laugh again. Some people come to remind you that you weren't born just to struggle. You deserve to be happy too. And when those moments come, you will realize that the things you've waited so long for are suddenly moving toward you all at once. What you're going through may seem normal to you, but the truth is that much has already begun to change in the invisible world of your life. Things that your eyes cannot yet see, situations whose voices have not yet reached your ears, and paths that have not yet opened before you are all slowly being prepared for you. Sometimes life appears completely calm, but within that calm lies the greatest turmoil. Just as the winds suddenly cease before a storm arrives, just as the night grows darkest before sunrise, so too may everything appear calm for a time before a major change in your life. But this calm is not the end. It is the knock of a new beginning. This is the moment when your old story is slowly being left behind, and a new story is moving towards you. A story in which your broken dreams will be reunited, your lost faith will be restored, and the tired beats of your heart will find a reason to live again. You may not feel it now, but a new dawn stands ready to spread its light on the sky of your life. All the silent battles you have fought in your life, all the times you have hidden your tears without telling anyone, all the times you have suppressed your pain while trying to smile, there is a record of all those moments. You may have felt that the world did not understand you. No one felt your suffering. Your silent cries were lost in the wind, but nothing was lost. Every tear that fell from your eyes, every restless night you spent, every pain you kept hidden in the darkest recesses of your heart, all of it was recorded in the book of time. And now the time is near when every unfinished part of your life will slowly fall into place. Suddenly you will feel that things that once seemed impossible are becoming easier. Doors you knocked on again and again, but never opened, will suddenly open for you. The chapter of your life that was written only about waiting, pain, and struggle is now about to end, because the chapter that follows will hold hope, light, and the joys your heart has longed for. Now your story is reaching a turning point where destiny slowly begins to show its face. Until now, you felt like your steps were just moving. But the truth is, every step was taking you towards the very place where the biggest change of your life awaited you. Life stopped you many times, tested you many times, tested your patience many times. At times it felt like everything was over. At times, it felt like you had no strength left to move forward, but still, you kept going, sometimes slowly, sometimes breaking down, sometimes gathering yourself. But you didn't stop. And perhaps you didn't even realize that this silent strength of yours became your greatest identity, because the world sees only victory, but God sees the person who tries to rise even in the midst of defeat. Very soon, moments will come in your life that even thinking about them will fill your heart with emotion. Suddenly, you will feel that the emptiness that has held a home within you for so long is slowly disappearing. Even the air around you will no longer feel the same morning, the same sun, the same sky, but you will feel everything differently, because change doesn't come to the world first, it comes within the person. A new light is about to be born within you, a light that will give you the courage to dream again. It will teach you to believe again. It will make your heart realize again that there is so much more to come. Your story is not over. Your joys are not over. Your wonders are not over. What has passed was just a difficult chapter, not the entire book. One day will come when you will sit quietly for a few moments, and suddenly you will remember your old days. You will remember those nights when silent tears would flow from your eyes. You will remember those moments when you felt alone even in the midst of a crowd. You will remember those days when you pretended to smile just so that no one would recognize your pain. And then, in that very moment, a faint smile will appear on your face, because you will understand that those pains did not come to destroy you. They came to transform you into a person who is now stronger than before, deeper than before, and more full of light than before. That day your heart will softly tell you, "Look, the journey was difficult, but the destination was worth the wait." Why are so many people saying this CIA ritual changed their life in only 7 seconds? This leaked CIA method is powerful and effective. A short brainwave technique backed by 4 neuroscience labs is helping regular people move from broke to prosperous. Dream homes, cars, and trips are becoming possible. But this video could be taken down at any moment. Click the link in the description and comments now, before it is gone. Time will then continue to move at its own pace. But you'll gradually begin to realize that everything around you is changing in some unseen direction. Things you once considered mere coincidences will now feel like signs. The same paths that once brought you only fatigue will now hold hope. That long period of your life, filled with waiting, questions, and unfulfilled desires, is slowly reaching its final limit. Because when God wants to bring a person to a new chapter, it first strengthens their soul. It teaches them to navigate darkness so that when light appears, they can understand its value. You too were going through the same journey. You broke, you recovered, you fell, you got up. And each time, a new courage was born within you, even if you didn't realize it at the time. One day, suddenly, you'll feel as if the burden of years past has slowly been lifted from your chest. A smile will appear on your face for no apparent reason. Your heart will feel a peace that is difficult to explain. You will realize that the things you've always chased, the people you've always hoped for, the dreams you've spent so much energy trying to grasp, are finally returning. The parched land of your life will be showered with hope once again. The fatigue within you will slowly fade, and you'll feel as if your soul is breathing freely for the first time in a long time. Because some joys come late, but when they do, they don't just bring a momentary smile, they transform a person's entire world. And then will come a moment that perhaps your heart has long recognized. You will look up at the sky, be silent for a moment, and your eyes will moisten without any pain, because at that moment, you will understand that every brokenness had a reason, that every weight had a meaning, and that every difficult path was leading you to the destination that was already destined for you. You will realize that the story of your life never stopped. It was just slowly taking you to your most beautiful morning. And on that day, a voice will emerge from within your heart. Now I understand that what was lost was not the end. It was the preparation for my new beginning. And the change that will come in your life after this will not be sudden, but it will be so profound that you will not be able to ignore it. First, your thoughts will change. then your perspective will change, and then gradually your whole world will begin to change. The very things that seemed heavy to you before will now seem small to you. The same people whose words used to break your heart will no longer be able to touch your heart, because you will no longer be the same person who used to fall apart at every little thing. You are now becoming the person who stands stronger after every storm. Life is now giving you a new understanding, an understanding that cannot be found in books, that is born only from experience. And this experience is taking you to a place where even your past pain will transform into your strength. You may still sometimes remember old times, but those memories will no longer contain pain, only understanding. You will remember those days when you felt alone, when you felt that no one understood you, when you thought that perhaps your story would end there. But then you will look at your present and realize that if all that had not happened, you would not have been so strong. If you had not broken down, you would not have understood yourself so deeply. If you had not seen darkness, you would never have realized the value of light. And this is where the greatest truth of life is revealed. The very things that break us are what shape us into our true selves. A new phase of your life is about to begin, where things will slowly fall into place. Opportunities will suddenly appear. Some paths will open without even trying, and you may receive some good news without even expecting it. All this won't happen by magic, but rather, it will be the result of the energy you've endured, nurtured, and lived within yourself for so long. Your silent hard work, your patience, and your courage unseen will now begin to bear fruit, and at that moment, you will understand that God is never late. It always sends the right things at the right time. When you look back on this journey, you will have no complaints, only gratitude, because then you will understand that the more you were broken, the more you were made, the more you were held back, the more you were steered in the right direction, and the more you were made to wait, the greater your future was made. That day you'll smile and say to yourself, if I've found myself even after losing everything, then I haven't really lost anything. I've found myself again. And now, the realization will slowly deepen within you that your journey was never just about the outside world. It was always a story of inner transformation. Type 555 to affirm. Could the CIA really be hiding a 7-second ritual that turns money struggles into success? A confidential CIA finding exposes a unique 7-second practice that activates money, attracting brainwaves automatically. Backed by science and 4 elite labs, this simple home ritual is helping struggling people move into dream lifestyles. But this page may not stay live. Click the link in the description and comments before it is wiped from the internet. The people you lost, the paths you stumbled upon, the dreams you saw shattered. These weren't just events. They were the process of creating a new person within you. Now you've reached a point where you don't need any big noise or any big signal, because now your heart itself has begun to understand what is right and what is wrong. And this understanding is the biggest change. Because when a person begins to understand themselves, their entire world changes. You'll gradually realize that life isn't taking you away. Rather, it's bringing you back to where you started, but this time in a new form, with a new perspective, and a new faith. The same things that once held you back will no longer frighten you. The same failures that once shook you will no longer break you. The same loneliness that once left you feeling hollow will no longer empty you. Because now you understand that it's your inner state, not your external circumstances, that determines how you feel. And when your inner state becomes strong, the outside world begins to lose its power. Very soon, a time will come in your life when you will feel peace without any reason. A smile will appear on your face without any particular reason. And even without any major achievement, you will feel content with your life. This will be a state where you will no longer race to achieve something, but will have the power to understand and accept what is. And this acceptance is the true miracle. Because when a person learns to accept their present, only then will their future automatically open new doors for them. And that day, you will look back on your past, but not with a lens filled with pain, but with understanding. You'll understand that every delay, every failure, every breakdown was either saving you from a greater loss or preparing you for a greater change. And then, with a slight smile, you'll tell yourself that nothing that happened was wrong. It was a path that led me to where I am today, where I was destined to be. And now this journey is leading you to a deep peace, where answers come not from the outside world, but from within. You won't need any big clues anymore because you'll begin to understand the signs of your own life. Where before, every little thing used to confuse you, now those very things will calm you down. Where every change used to evoke fear, now it will feel like an opportunity. And this isn't a sudden transformation. It's the result of your own journey, where you've gradually strengthened yourself without making a fuss, without telling anyone. A time is now coming in your life when external events will become less important and inner understanding will become more important. You won't need everyone's approval anymore because you'll understand that every person has a different perspective. But your experience is your truest guide. You won't be influenced by what others say, but will prioritize your own peace. And this peace won't be an ordinary state. It will be a state where you'll feel comfortable with yourself, where you'll enjoy your own company, not loneliness. Very soon, a time will come when you'll feel as if things are suddenly becoming easier. But in reality, it won't be easy. It will be the end of an inner difficulty. The things you once struggled to achieve will now begin to come to you on their own. Doors that once remained unanswered despite repeated knocking will now begin to open on their own, and the answers to questions that eluded you for years will now dawn on you as experience. This will be the time when you realize that life was never against you. It was always preparing you. And then one day, you will stop and reflect on your entire journey. You will remember the times when everything seemed overwhelming, when the future seemed uncertain, when your heart was weary. But those memories will no longer weaken you. Instead, they will make you realize how far you have come. You will say to yourself with a slight smile, "If I could come this far from that darkness, then no path is impossible now." And this will be the moment where your story will stand not at an end, but at a new, bright beginning. And now begins that part of your story that people often call stability. But this won't be stability for you. It will be a deeper understanding. You won't need to prove something new every day because you've learned to be honest with yourself. You won't feel the restlessness that once so desperately wanted everything to change. You'll start giving things time, understanding people, and most importantly, accepting yourself. This acceptance will take you to a level where life will seem less hectic and more meaningful. You'll also begin to understand that not everything needs to be there. Losing some things is also necessary. The people who left your life weren't your weaknesses. They were the direction of your growth. The opportunities you missed weren't your failures. They came to teach you to wait for the right time. Could a hidden CIA discovery explain why so many people are suddenly living in luxury? Secret CIA research has surfaced, revealing a brain technique that pulls in wealth almost like magic. It takes just 7 seconds, can be done at home, and is supported by 4 neuroscience labs. People are leaving debt behind and enjoying luxury right now. But this information might be removed soon. Click the link in the description and comments before it disappears.